People thought the moment had passed. They thought the hype had already peaked. They believed no magazine, no publication, no media platform could ever witness the kind of cultural explosion that happened years ago. But then something unbelievable happened. Jimin and Jungkook, together, without any major promo, without a comeback, without a world tour, triggered a shockwave inside ELLE Japan that experts still cannot fully explain. And the question everyone keeps asking is simple. Why did this moment become so powerful, and why might it never happen again? It began quietly, almost gently. A photo release here, a teaser reveal there. Nothing seemed unusual at first, but then, in an instant, the entire atmosphere online changed. It was as if someone flipped a switch and the whole digital world snapped awake. People refreshed their screens non-stop. Fans began posting reactions in real time. Retail pages started slowing down. Suddenly, everyone realized something massive was happening. And that something was Jikook. Not just Jimin, not just Jungkook, but the combined force of both. Two artists with global reach, magnetic charisma, and a bond that has captured hearts across continents. What made this moment extraordinary wasn't only the record that was broken, it was the scale, the intensity, the emotional pull. Japanese media reported demand that felt, quote, beyond the industry's expectations, and analysts described it as a phenomenon rarely seen in the print world. But even those statements don't fully capture what happened. Because this wasn't merely fans buying magazines, this was a cultural movement, fast, loud, and unstoppable. People who had never purchased a magazine in years suddenly bought 2, 3, sometimes 5 copies. Stores reported immediate sellouts. Online retailers had to restock in cycles that lasted minutes, not hours. And each restock vanished instantly. The speed was unreal. It was the kind of pace associated with major tech launches or global celebrity scandals, but never a fashion magazine issue. The emotional undertone was even stronger. As each photo spread circulated, as each new detail surfaced, fans around the world, especially in the US, felt something they couldn't ignore. It wasn't just excitement, it was pride. It was nostalgia. It was the recognition that Jimin and Jungkook still had the ability to move millions of people with a single project, even during a quiet period in their careers. And then came the realization, this record isn't normal. This reach isn't common. And this impact may not happen again anytime soon. Why? Because the environment that created this moment is almost impossible to recreate. A perfect storm of timing, anticipation, longing, and an emotional connection that has been built for years. Fans had been waiting, watching, hoping for something, anything that featured these two together in the same space, the same frame, the same narrative. When ELLE Japan offered that, the reaction wasn't casual, it was explosive. The visuals themselves played a huge role. The styling wasn't overdone, the photos didn't rely on heavy concepts. Everything felt natural, intimate, elegant. Jimin's soft but focused gaze, Jungkook's relaxed yet powerful presence, the subtle energy between them, something fans have followed for a decade, was right there on the page, unfiltered. And that energy was what sent fans into a frenzy. People weren't just responding to images, they were responding to history, memories, and the feeling of witnessing two artists who have grown together, supported each other, and evolved side by side. That connection, real or perceived, is something that cannot be manufactured. It's rare, and rarity is exactly what makes a moment unforgettable. Industry observers began analyzing the numbers. They compared previous issues, celebrity features, and other high-profile releases across Asia. Even the most successful editions in the past did not come close to the combination of speed, volume, and emotional engagement generated by this one. It wasn't just a spike, it was a leap into territory that had no predecessor. That raised a new question. If this happened once, can it ever happen again? The answer for many insiders leans toward uncertainty. This moment relied on a very specific blend of factors: the separation between the members, the personal and emotional longing fans felt, the timing of individual activities, the unexpected nature of the release, the artistic synergy between them, the global sentiment surrounding them, the rare opportunity to see them featured side by side, framed equally, celebrated with equal intensity, and most importantly, the trust fans have in their bond, both as artists and as individuals who have shared their lives with the world for years. These conditions may not easily align again. Some record-breaking events are predictable. You can calculate them based on sales, trends, or media attention. But this one wasn't predictable at all. In fact, it went against industry forecasts. Print media is supposed to be slowing down, yet here, Jikook made it feel alive, powerful, and relevant again. Even media outlets in Japan started expressing disbelief. They called it a cultural surge, a rare synchronization of emotion and influence, and a miracle for the magazine industry. Big words, but none of them felt exaggerated, because every part of the world seemed to feel this moment, not just Japan. US fans especially played a huge role. Even though the magazine came from Japan, American buyers dominated international orders. Many fans didn't just buy one copy, they bought multiple copies, supported friends, organized group orders, and spread the word across platforms. They fueled the momentum. They kept the conversation alive for days. They pushed the numbers higher and higher until ELLE Japan had no choice but to acknowledge that the issue had become one of their most powerful releases ever. And that brings us to the emotional core of this entire event. People weren't just celebrating a magazine, they were celebrating a connection between two artists who have shaped their lives. They were celebrating memories that stretch back years. They were celebrating a story, unspoken, complex, and meaningful, that continues to resonate across cultures. Jimin and Jungkook didn't need extravagant promotions. They didn't need campaigns. Their presence alone was enough to turn a simple magazine release into a historical moment. That is extremely rare. And rarity, once it happens, becomes impossible to duplicate. Fans felt it, the world felt it, and perhaps that's why this achievement feels so important and so delicate. Because deep down, many people know this kind of magic doesn't happen often. And when it does, it becomes a moment that people will talk about for years. In the end, what Jimin and Jungkook created with this ELLE Japan release is more than a record. It's more than numbers, more than sales, more than headlines. It is a reminder of how powerful they are when their worlds collide, even for a moment. A reminder that some bonds create reactions no industry can ever predict, no algorithm can ever measure, and no publication can ever fully prepare for. Maybe this moment won't repeat itself for a long time. Maybe that's exactly why it feels unforgettable. Because once in a while, the world pauses and two artists show us a kind of magic that can't be controlled, can't be copied, and can't be recreated. Jikook did just break a record. They gave us a moment that will live far beyond the pages of any magazine. And that is something no one will know.